Does Fiverr run on Vercel or in the browser? It can participate in React rendering in both environments, but for different purposes. In the browser, client components run in the browser, client components run in the browser. React maintains client-side component state and Fiverr related rendering work there. So there's a client-side component in the client, and there is also a Fiverr or a Fiverr of React that could run in the server, but mostly it's in the client. So examples, use client semicolon, the next line import open semicurly use state close semicurly from code React semicolon, the next line export default function counter empty parameter, then inside cons with a parameter count comma set count equal use state parameter 0 semicolon, next line return, then inside is a button with on click equal open semicurly. So it's an arrow function on click equal open semicurly empty parameter arrow equal greater than set count parameter count plus 1 closing semicurly bracket closing, and then inside of this button tags is a count variable. So we do a template literals and then closing button, then closing parenthesis semicolon closing. So when click browser event set count, so it does the set count, the set count. So since we map this button to this set count function, this set count will be executed. And then React schedules render in browser, and then React Fiverr calculates changes, then React commits change text to browser DOM. So again, it commits what that element that has been changed. So Vercel is not contacted for that local state change unless your code makes a network request. So that's the key. Unless your code makes a network request, that's the only time the serverless function of Vercel will respond. So on the Vercel server, React can also render server components and generate HTML or React server component payload on the server. So in the Vercel, it can does that by having the Fiverr generate the HTML there and the React server component payload. So it's like generating it there, compiling it there, so that when the browser receive it, it already had the HTML and the necessary logic instead of having to wait for the client to import the library and then necessary logic from another classes. So, but the server uses a server renderer. It does not create a real browser DOM. The server may produce H1 tags with the text products closing H1 or server component data that helps the client reconstruct the UI. So it's a server component. So the server may produce this, compile and then send to the front end, but it only does so to have the client UI. Still do not have the ability to produce screen on your to produce layout on your monitor because that's being done by the browser. So Next.js describes server rendering as two main steps. React produces the React server component payload, and Next.js uses that payload plus client component instructions to render HTML. So Next.js React first produce the React server component, and then the Next.js use that along with the client component of React instructions, so those are algorithms to render the HTML. Therefore, server React rendering React components to HTML or RSC output. So the React components in the back for server React rendering For React components, all the React components you would see in the server side of the code of React, that would produce an HTML and React server component output. That's like the payload we discussed earlier that being connected to the client component. No real browser DOM, so it's not yet contacting to the DOM API. No pixels, no screen layout. For client React rendering, we have React components to fiber work to real DOM changes. So in client, the output, how it outputs is different. You have React components, and then it needs to go in the middle, which is the fiber work first, before it actually contact the DOM API. So as you can see, the server needs to contact the server, React server component needs to contact client server component first, and then once it's bundled in the front end, it also needs to go into the middleware, kind of middleware of fiber work that actually modify the changes needed that is not in the script before it does the DOM changes. Then browser performs layout and painting. So just so you can avoid recalculating the paint if it is already in the front end. Does Vercel have a DOM? Normally, no browser DOM exists in the Vercel runtime. The Vercel runtime may exclude JavaScript in Node.js or another server runtime, but Node.js does not automatically provide window, class, document, HTML element, local storage, screen, navigator, screen, and then navigator. So these are classes available in a browser DOM or in a client side. So the Vercel may execute JavaScript in Node.js or some other language runtime, but Node.js or server does not automatically provide these things. It is provided by a browser for you, so that this fills in a normal server environment, like document, because we're using document class here, which is one of the most important classes of a DOM. So again, window, then document, then HTML element, then local storage, then screen, then navigator. So if you use the class document.query selector, parameter code hashtag menu semicolon, it will fill in a server. It will show reference error, document is not defined. So Next.js server rendering can generate an HTML string without creating a real browser document. For example, export default function page empty parameter. Inside is return h1 tags with the text hello, closing h1, then closing. The server can turn that into h1 tag hello, closing h1, but it does not perform font measurement, CSS, layout, pixel painting, GPU compositing, display on a monitor. Those operations happen in the browser. So the server can turn that into this HTML that will then be compiled and then sent as an HTML. Remember, we sent multiple types of files, HTML, JavaScript, CSS to the front end, and this is part of that thing that is being sent by Vercel or the server.